What's up, fellas? It's Chris Teresi here, professional sports bettor, founder of www.wecoverspreads.com, and we got an SEC showdown to break down tonight. We got LSU Tigers heading into Mississippi State, Starkville. Big game Thursday night, national television. Going to be a lot of money flowing on this game tonight. I'm going to give you the market breakdown. Now, if you guys want, I got a play on this game. You can pick it up, www.wecoverspreads.com. For those of you that know my resume, never had a losing NCAA football season in my life, in my betting career. 58% winners, going for 5 years in a row at that mark. Got off to a slow start the first couple weeks, playing for a big week this week. And I also have a baseball play going tonight. We've been hot on the bases this week. Haven't had a losing baseball play. You can pick that up. Also, www.wecoverspreads.com. Now, let's get into the market breakdown. This is an interesting game, a really interesting game here. Everybody I spoke with, books are getting pretty much one-sided action. 4 out of 5 bets on LSU. That goes from books I spoke with in New York to books I spoke with in Vegas to people that I know that have connections in the offshore industry. So the majority of the betting public likes LSU in this game. Now, I'm going to give you one quick lean on the total in this game, and then I'll skip off and we'll touch on what's going on with the side. Now, I heard through some variable sources of mine from Vegas to the East Coast, money's coming in on the under. That's why you see at sharp shops, this total open up at 50. It's already down to 49. 48's a key number in football, so sharps are hitting the under, and I expect it to probably keep going down, even though squares may be hitting the over later on. But sharp money right now is definitely coming in on the under as I record this around 3:30 p.m. Eastern time. Now, let's talk about this game here. You got a side. Squarer shops offshore, such as like Bodog, have 4.5, 4s out there on Mississippi State. It's interesting because I spoke with my Vegas odds maker contact. He said he's been really comfortable all week. He stayed at 3.5, had no reason to move it, didn't move it down to 3, didn't move it down up to 4. He said he's getting square action on LSU with a mixture of sharp action on both sides, LSU and Mississippi State. Says some sharps agree, they feel that LSU is, the right team to be the favorite, and there's other sharps that feel that Mississippi State could beat them outright. Now, we'll go to New York. My local bookie source here, who takes big money, sharp money, he's stayed at 3 all week, said he's very comfortable there, taking a lot of square bets on LSU. Said he's mostly taking sharp action on Mississippi State, which is why he's comfortable keeping it at 3. Said there's no reason for him to move it off the key number. So, now let's go into another realm of this whole game here. What are sharps thinking? What are sharps going to do with this game? Now, there's a lot of sharps I know that feel LSU is the number 1 team in the country. For instance, I spoke with a few guys that they use algorithms and computers to come up with their power rankings. They're computer guys. And LSU is the number 1 team in the nation of them. I've spoken with other sharps. They say the way they dismantled Oregon, they feel LSU, they look at them on paper, they watch them in the game, they say LSU's the real deal. They have LSU as the number 1 team in the nation. I spoke with other guys who feel LSU's a little bit overrated. They feel this is going to be a big test for them tonight. Now, Mississippi State, it's the same exact thing. It depends on who you speak with. I know guys who said that Mississippi State was overrated heading into the season. They felt that Mississippi State was, pundits had them way too high. They felt that they're just basically being touted too high and they're not as good as they are on paper. And they were like, Mississippi State isn't the real deal. Not this year, not yet. It's too soon. I spoke with other guys who say Mississippi State is for real. I mean, they got Vic Ballard, they got Chris Ralph, so they felt that, that combo with a good coach in Mullen and a pretty decent defense, they felt that Mississippi State is for real. So it's really who you speak with. I know guys on both sides of this game. I know big money bettors that are on both sides of this game. I know guys that are taking Mississippi State. I know guys on LSU. Give you guys a few points. LSU's won 11 in a row in this series by an average of 26 points per game, so they've really had no problem beating Mississippi State and covering the spread, although the last time they came here they did fail to cover the spread, but last year they pretty much dominated that game at home in Baton Rouge against Mississippi State. Mississippi State, they're 3-4. in 7 games as a home dog with Mr. Coach Mullen as the head coach on the sideline, so really no edge there. Interesting note, Les Miles, I was tweeting about this earlier in the week. He's a great coach straight up, but Vegas has done a good job stacking the number against him. He's 33, 42, and 4 against the spread in his lifetime as an LSU head coach. And you got to wonder, this game at 3, it's all, do you think that, did Vegas stack the line against him, or you think this line is short? So you as a bettor, you kind of need to come up with that. A few key things that I look at when I'm handicapping college football, there's 3 key stats I like to look at. I like to look at what's a team's running game like, what's their run defense like, and what's their turnovers like. I look at LSU, they're averaging 3.8 yards per carry. They played a tough Oregon defense, though, the first game, so you maybe could give them a little leeway with that. Defense looks great, averaging 1.8 yards per carry, really solid. They're +3 in the turnover ratio, so the defense looks really good. Defense, running game, quarterbacks as well. Jarrett Lee looks really solid this year. He's filled in with no problems, as expected. I expected that. A lot of other sharps expected that. Odds makers expected that. I don't think there was too much of a drop-off with the Jefferson suspension with Lee coming in. Mississippi State, no problem running the ball. They're racking up 6.4 yards per carry. Defensively, giving up 4.8 yards per carry. It's a little high, so it'll be interesting to see how they could handle this LSU running game and if they can slow it down. They're +2 in the turnover ratio. Chris Ralph, quarterback, has looked really good. He's completed 61% of his passes with 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. And, the running game led by Vic Ballard, averaging 150 yards per game on the ground. He's handling business, but he's facing a defense that basically is giving up less than 2 yards per carry, so should be an interesting game. Hope you guys can use a market breakdown the best of your ability, and maybe it gives you a little bit of an edge. Like I said, I know sharps on both sides, squares like LSU. Books are pretty comfortable where the numbers at, so I don't think you're going to see any crazy things happen coming off the key number 3 down to 2.5, and should be an interesting game. But like I said, if I give you a free, my play is on the side of this game. I have a strong opinion on it, but if a lean from other sources I'm getting is definitely the under. Guys think both defenses kind of hold up here, and it should be a good game. But I want to thank you all for checking out the video, and stop by www.wecoverspreads.com if you want to pick up my play tonight. Also got a baseball play going with that. Good luck tonight, guys.